Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. This is another subscriber update. Reports coming from you guys from around the world of what you guys are seeing on your store shelves, where there are shortages, what there are shortages of. Let's check in here first with Andrew H. from Northern Ireland. He says, local Asda store here in Northern Ireland, UK. Pictures, added some pictures. One of the big things I saw was that there's an extreme lack of cooking oil, which we're seeing across Europe. There is a 2-unit per customer limit on cooking oils. There are a few gaps in the pasta section. Even the cheapest penne pasta at 23 pence and spaghetti at 23 pence a pack has a reasonable supply. The store is well stocked of tinned meats, vegetables, and flour too. Leslie K. in southern Indiana says that dog food and cat food very low. Sugar and flour almost gone. Very few eggs, but the price of them has doubled in the past 2 weeks. There is options on making your own dog food. I have not seen people talking about how to make their own cat food. If you do know of how to make your own cat food, especially cheaply, please do let other people know that. I haven't seen that out there, but there are a number of videos on how to make dog food cheaply. J. Thomas Reset in Alabama says, Dollar General and Walmart in our town in South Georgia have been wiped out literally for months. In desperation, this morning we went south 30 miles, just a few miles into Florida to check on their Winn-Dixie. Imagine our shock and surprise when we found they are jam-slam, fully stocked and full of customers. It was unreal. It felt like another world. Everyone was smiling and friendly too, and we had numerous conversations with people. Shelves and coolers completely full. How can this be? Incredible. Lots of everything, including all of the meats, many racks of ribs. When we got home, I called 4 friends and reported on our trip, and we will probably all go down there tomorrow. Prices are up quite a bit, but they had everything. Yeah, we're seeing that. Different chains have different supply chains, as well as different areas sometimes have different distribution warehouses. So if you do cross a state line, or if you go a little further away from home, or go to a completely different kind of store, we can see very different shelf reports, right? So Anna Rose in central Massachusetts, I am seeing the prices increase on eggs significantly. Everything is pricier. Produce lasts a few days if you're lucky, or aren't worth buying in the first place. Trying to get as much Augustin Farms out back as possible. Buying veggies on sale as able, and dehydrating. Buy your jars now, everyone. So you can dehydrate, and then you can pop those into the glass jars with oxygen absorbers. That's a great trick there. If you're not super into canning, pressure canning and hot water bath canning, whether because you just don't have the time or you're just concerned about doing it wrong, you can dry can a bunch of things, and using oxygen absorbers on things that are already dry in the can is a great way to go. Do what you can, right? Don't get stuck and do nothing. Keep moving forward. And canning your own stuff is a way of self-sufficiency. And once you have the jars, who knows? You might find someone who can actually show you how to do some of the more complicated canning methods and how to do it properly. But if you don't have the tools, you can never do it, right? Miss Hot Dog Legs in Albuquerque, New Mexico says, everything was fully stocked Friday at my neighborhood Walmart. I went prepping at an estate sale that sells everything left over from estates. I got plenty of can openers and simple cooking utensils in case of a grid down. My mom and dad's vehicles both went in the same week. It took my mom 3 weeks to get her car fixed, and my dad is still waiting. So we're still seeing those real long wait times on parts for cars and stuff like that. Plastic parts and metal parts are just not getting produced because the prices of the materials are going up, prices of labor going up. A lot of factories and such like that are having a hard time getting parts and sourcing those. The Animals Magic Shop says last 2 days in Massachusetts, Dollar Tree, where everything is $1.25, was completely out of canned chicken. Limited on other canned meats. The little cans of chicken sausages are now being depleted, as is canned tuna. Only pasta available was a few packages of egg noodles and some ramen noodles. White rice was almost all gone. There was a few of the Healthy Choice canned chicken soups, some applesauce, a few cans of apple pie filling, a few pineapple for fruits. Canned veggies, very limited, mostly pinto beans, chickpeas, beets, and sauerkraut. Limited sugar and flour, no big bags. Walmart has some canned fruits, some canned meats, including chicken, 3 packs for a reasonable price, 1 bag of rice on a shelf. So just 1 bag of rice on the shelf. Only pasta were bags of shells and lasagna, so significant holes in pasta, and then ramen. Limited sugar and flour, small local supermarket chain. They had everything, but prices are high and sections have shrunk. Shaw's Stop and Shop, which are both high-end and a superstore, stocked with everything but less of a brand selection. Some unfamiliar brands, good amount of organic store brands, discount gourmet food section at Marshall's, reduced from 2 aisles. Full end caps and full on tables with cooking gear down to 1 single aisle of mostly snack food from 2 weeks ago. Continued shortage in all stores of cat food, dog food, and almond milk. Meat prices everywhere go up, some every week. Eggs are limited and expensive, butter limited and expensive. I buy as much organic as possible, but may not be able to do that much longer. The strangest thing I've noticed is that other than a few cards, there's nothing anywhere for Mother's Day. Usually all that stuff comes out in force the day after Easter. Do watch the expiration dates in all stores. Someone else chimed in that they also could not find Mother's Day cards. Must be still on a ship off the coast of California. Manton457 says, Bremerton, Washington Commissary. Low on crackers and gaps in cookies. Cold cereal, well stocked, but gaps in oatmeal. Rice is running low. Beans are low. Eggs were better than last week, but not fully stocked. Tyson chicken, very low. Fresh and frozen, but Foster Farms was well stocked, and chicken drumsticks 99 cents per pound. Whole chicken $1.29 per pound. Laundry detergent very low. Of course, cat and dog food was not fully stocked. There were frozen potatoes, but the section that they're in has shrunk. Canned meats had gaps. Canned fish had gaps. Sugar well stocked, brown sugar a little low, powdered sugar very low. Susie A1 says, I'm in the UK. Everyone is being affected by food shortages. We keep our heating off as much as possible as gas has doubled. Electricity is 50% more, so it's not just the USA. Keep prepping little by little. I've been doing it for 2 years now growing our own veg as well. George J. says, wake up call. Just left local feed store in southern South Carolina. Manager says feed corn is about to double in price. $10.99 today, approximately for 30 pounds, soon to be $20. No Place Like Home says Idaho Falls, Idaho. Costco is limiting dog food to 1 per person as well. No turkey breasts. We always pick up 1 to keep in the fridge or freezer, but nothing available this time. Tracy B. In Oregon at my Costco, there is also a limit of 1 bag of dog food. Rebecca S. East Texas, dry dog food, certain brands out of stock at Walmart. Kibbles and Bits and Pedigree seem to be the worst. Notice mustard was moved around next to the mayonnaise yesterday, and only a handful of regular mustard in the condensed section. I grabbed one of the 3 left of the Great Value brand and 1 Dijon. Eggs in stock, but very expensive. Canned meats still in good stock. Chicken expensive and very low in stock. Only 5-pound generic flour left. Sugar and cooking oils still in good stock. Noticed Great Value spices were $1.12 and were 98 cents several weeks ago. Noticed a Walmart worker putting new higher-end price tags on items in the spice section. We did find out that a lot of the mustard comes from Eastern Europe, so whether we're going to see that ripple through the global economy or just the European economy is something. But we need to keep an eye on that mustard section there to see if that starts rippling around the globe. There might be a good bit of powdered mustard seed in factories and stuff like that. They may not be having just a super short turnover on that. So there might be some for a while, but a significant portion comes from Eastern Europe. Goody Bee, upstate South Carolina, checked in at Walmart and Food Lion. Both stores are very low or completely out of bags of frozen basic veggies, economy-sized mixed veggies, corn and peas, as well as stir-fry veggies, and bags of onions and peppers. So a lot of frozen vegetables out. Food Lion had frozen French fries, but no other frozen potatoes. Happy to find large-sized plastic storage containers at Walmart that I used to store grains, so my report from a few days ago was incorrect. They were just on a different aisle than usual. So I also found canning jars and lids in 3 different locations, which is strange. At Food Lion, the aluminum foil and plastic storage bag section was low. Some sizes and types missing. So plastic bags, we're seeing plastic shortages out there. We're still not getting good reports or explanations of why that is. One thing that hasn't been mentioned by any of you guys yet, but there is a chlorine shortage out there. The main factory in 2020 actually burned down. So that was producing, I believe, 60% of the United States chlorine tablets for like pools and such, which will explain why we've been having shortages of pool shock and other chlorine for pools in the last number of years. But that still has not been rebuilt. Princess Warrior in Hermitage, Tennessee, Walmart, no tater tots, empty freezer. Had hash browns, though. A simple jar lifter is 50 cents cheaper online than in store. Got my 4-pound lentils. I haven't seen 4-pound lentils at Walmart for a long time. That's a good grab. They had lots of clothes on clearance, but still pricey for very thin material. Kroger, egg prices, yikes. Was able to get 5-pound bag Kroger tater tots on sale. Last bag. Gonna learn to can meat. Got a vintage canner. Very excited. Little bit nervous. As we said, just try, practice, and that's how you learn, right? Prices go up every week. 2% milk used to be cheaper than regular. All the same price. Aldi's eggs price is doubled. Barely any regular white bread. Very low sugar there. Even more expensive than Walmart. No fajita wraps. Been out for a while. Prices are the same as Walmart for veggies. Resisted buying snacks. Baking supplies were decent. A few weeks ago, I took the last cans of cannelli beans. They had for 61 cents. They are now 71 cents. You have to dig for them since they are with the garbanzo beans. Sad. Nojo says, placed an order, a pickup order at Kroger in Houston, Texas. Ordered flour, Pop-Tarts, and a couple other things. Could not place the order because I was notified that everything I ordered was out of stock. Folks, we're seeing these small holes right now. We're seeing slight hiccups in the system, but remember that with a supply chain, either these things heal themselves or they will actually start to cascade. And that's what we're seeing. That's what the reports we're hearing from the manufacturing side, from the warehouses and the factories, is that things are starting to cascade because they can't get parts, they can't get replacements, and they cannot get enough experienced engineers to keep the factories running. So that's what we're hearing on the streets there. Expect continued shortages and increasing shortages, unfortunately. So keep stocking up whenever you see what you need, and get what you need for your families. Hard times are ahead, and we need to be prepared for them, and buy a little extra. And if you have enough, buy a little extra to share with people that you care about, your neighbors, family, friends. God bless you all. Steve Poplar, out.